How do you actually get a donor visit? I'm Chad Barger, and that's what we're talking about on this week's Productive Fundraising Weekly Journey. So what's the best way to get a donor visit? How do you actually get started? I actually start with email. It used to be old advice that, that wasn't very personal, it wasn't the great way to do it, but now the world has changed. Everybody spends most of their day in their email inbox. So what a great way to approach them, somewhere where they're gonna see your invitation right away. So I start with an email, and here's the thing. I used an optimized email template. It is an email that is designed to get a response. It is personalized, it is ideal, it is time-tested, and it works great for me. So there are two key things to that. It is optimized, and I use a template. So with the optimization, there's a couple things designed to really get a positive response. First, I say that the meetings can be brief. I specifically usually say 20 minutes. That's what I need for kind of an introductory, brief update. A lot of my meetings go longer than 20 minutes, but after 20, I'll stop and say, hey, we agreed to 20 minutes, but is it okay? You seem interested. Can we go a little longer? They always say yes. Most meetings end up being close to an hour, but that brief helps to actually get commitment to a meeting. They're worried you're going to take up their whole afternoon. So you're showing that you're reflective of their time, you understand their time is limited, and you will adapt to that. A specific date and time is another thing I do. I always throw out, can we meet next Tuesday at 2 or the 25th at 8 in the morning? I give 2 or 3 specific dates and times. That helps, rather than them thinking, oh, do I want to do this? I don't know if I'm free. They're already in their calendar looking to see if they're available at that time. If they are, chances are they'll say, all right, 20 minutes, sure, I'll meet with them. I love this cause. I'll give it a whirl. I'd like to know more. So that's our goal there. The other thing I do that really helps to boost response is if I'm not planning to make an ask, I will tell them that. So I'll say, I just want to come out and give you an update. I just want to meet you. I'm not planning to ask for any money. I will specifically say, I'm not planning to ask for any money. So it alleviates that other fear that, oh, I just made all these commitments to these other charities and now they're going to come and they're going to want something right away. Just be clear and present. Now the flip side of that is if you are going to ask them for money, you can't use that line. We're not deceiving anybody here. We're just trying to boost the response rate on our email visit invitations. So that's the key. So that's how I optimize it. The other thing is I do a template. For the template, I'm actually going to show you how it works. So stay in tune. We're going to spin over to my email application and plop in the template. So here we are in email. I'm a Gmail user. I'm going to compose a new message, switch to the account I want to use. Then I'm going to use a service called Canned Responses. So it's right here. I've saved a bunch of templates that I use. There's many ways to do this. You can also use a tool like Text Expander, which I use. But for this purpose, I have my visit request template saved right here. I'm just going to insert that, and there we go. My text is plopped right in. Now all I have to do is put in the subject, something like reaching out, dear John, hope all is well and you're enjoying these balmy summer days. Everything's good here. Put in my specific days. The 20th at 2 p.m. work. And switch this. So I have little prompts on things I need to change. Everything else is the same every time I use it. So that's all I have to do. Plop in their email address, hit send, and it's done. So now you've seen how I optimize the email and how I use a template to make it super fast, super efficient, works great for me. I send out 5 to 10 of these a week, depending on how many visits I need in the next few weeks. We've talked in a previous weekly journey about time blocking for both setting up visits and for doing the visits. Check out that video if you haven't seen that one. Another great tip to make this happen. So we optimize it, we do the template. When I do those together, I get about a 60% response rate to this email. So 60% of people will respond. They don't all say yes, but we begin the conversation. For the 40% that don't, that's when I pick up the phone, give them a call, and I can reference the email. Say, hey, I emailed you the other week, just wanted to see if I could come out and give you a little update on what's going on with our charity. That makes the call easier. It's not a cold call where you're asking for some of their precious time. You're referencing that email, which makes everything go a lot better. This week's featured free resource is my template. So that template that I plopped right in the email, I have a PDF document of that exact text that I used. Download it, take it, adapt it for you, find what works, don't reinvent the wheel. So enjoy that. Everybody, that's it for this week. Thank you so much for the work you do. Thank you for subscribing. There are 3 simple ways you can help us. First, opt in to the Productive Fundraising Weekly Journey. That's our weekly email with video tips like this, free resources, books to read, all the best fundraising articles from around the web. Check that out. There's lots of more content each week besides just this video. If you're in YouTube, a like or dislike button, I see it. It's right there. Just touch one of them. It gives us great feedback. Lets us know what you like and what you want more of. And finally, while you're in YouTube, hit subscribe. We love subscribers. They help us out as well. That's it, everybody. Thanks so much. I'll see you next week for the Productive Fundraising Weekly Journey.